G'day and welcome to Off-Grid Earth. We're out in the desert near Coober Pedy. We spent the last 5 days legging it out towards Uluru, and we've got about 700 k's to go. Flies have started, so this will be fun. We've got a really nice rig set up here, car and van, and we thought that we would do a quick little rundown on both the car and the van in 2 segments so that people can understand how we've set ours up. So far, really good. We tested some things out last year, worked out what we wanted to do, what we wanted to change, and we think we have it pretty close. So decided to go with the Ford Wildtrak, Ranger Wildtrak. Great car, good low down torque for pulling the van in a heavy rig. We've had a few modifications done since. Okay, so let's just walk around as we go. With the car, I purchased it with the bull bar. It's an Ironman bull bar, Ironman winch. We got BAP lighting, and they seem to be really good, super bright. The top bar up there, it'll light up the sky. You can see possums in the trees. The mags are already on this vehicle. I really like the mags. It may or may not be the most suitable tyre for trekking, tyre and wheel system for trekking off-road. We will find out. They're there for the moment. If we need to change them, we'll change them. We've had the Lovell's GVM upgrade. See the blue springs in there, and we've also got obviously the more heavy duty setup in the back, and that gives us both the GVM upgrade and a GCM upgrade. And that GCM upgrade is important because it allows us to have more towing capacity, or it allows us to be able to tow 3.5 tonne and carry 3.5 tonne in the car, which is really important for us. So also we got the canopy decked out here. This was done by Dutch Engineering in Newcastle. This is one of their pre-fabbed units, and we had some black anodized paint put on the doors just to spruce it up a bit. We went back later on and also had an extra plate put on the top to create a bit of extra strength up in there. Put these bars up here as well for tie downs. And we had these lugs here originally done, and all that was for the purpose of being able to carry the engine, the 2-stroke outboard engine there for the little boat. In here, it's a bit of a higgledy-pig. It did look pretty good for a while, but this has sort of got all the loose stuff that we can't pack away. We've got LED light strips up here on dimmers so that you can sit out and have a sit out in the evening and have a couple of drinks with the lights. We've got a lockbox fabricated up in here. We've also got the fridge slide on the other side, which we'll take you around and show you. Up here, I rigged up a little system for the fishing rods. So they've got the fishing rods and nets nice and tucked up away there, which is really handy. All right, might just jump around the other side. So on this side, we have a fair bit going on. We've got the Bushmaster fridge slide, ended up with the Waco 60 litre fridge. That was a good deal that we got at one of the shows. Quite happy with that. Everything seems to be working quite well. In here, if you come up really close and stick your nose over, we had quite a bit of electrical work done here to allow all this to operate. I'd like to thank Chris at Elalong for getting that sorted for us. Red Arc controllers over here, which is obviously the charge point for this lithium battery down here, which is a hardcore lithium 100 amp hour battery. That just fit under the fridge slide here, which was really nice and convenient. Obviously 12 volt ports here for the fridge. The auto electrician also put in these couple of points here for clips, which ended up being really handy because I've used them for a spotlight so far. And they also run the Mean Mother compressor, which I got here, which is a really heavy duty compressor and a really good one. I'm glad I spent the extra to get this. And the cool thing about this particular compressor is it's high quality. It's got a flexible hose and it has a remote. So when you're down doing your tires, just flick on, flick off. super convenient. So I'm really loving that. It all packed in there really nicely. So this, it's all worked really well in the back of here. Quite happy with how all this has worked for us, and it's going quite nicely. Little work lights on the back, which have proved to be pretty good when we want to work out here, or indeed if you've got the caravan off, you can sit at the back. We've got the roll-lock drawer here, which with the bike rack doesn't slide out fully when the van's on, but this is convenient for all your big tools. I've got prospecting tools in there and just bits and pieces that you need regularly. Drills, spanners, inox, tapes, hammers, snips, extra D-shackles, yada yada. Down here we did have an Alco system on this car originally, but we've changed over to this Hitchmaster DA35. It's pretty cool setup, really convenient, really easy to use, and I'm pretty happy with that so far, how that's been going. Right, what else we got to show you on the car? We had the Dunham Watson jerry can holders put in here on the back. They were put in after the original engineering because we wanted to carry a little bit more fuel. They're also mounted to the rear door, which we don't use very much. Obviously you don't lift the rear door with the cans in it. Can still be used, of course, but we put these little bracings down here to make sure that it didn't pull the hinge, so that didn't pull down with any extra weight, and that seems to have held that there quite well. No dramas with that at all. Also had the long range of fuel tank put in here, and that has given us about 120 litres, which with the amount of fuel that this car is guzzling, it's doing the tow at the moment, we really need it. We're well over 22 litres per 100, more like 24 litres per 100 at the moment. So definitely need a long range fuel tank. Worth mentioning in here, we put in a second diesel filter, diesel care, diesel filter. Had that fitted in Tamworth at their depot. Well worth doing that. Out here we did some research, and people could get dirty fuel, and that can have all sorts of implications for the engine, and didn't think it was worth mucking around with that, so we got that on, and it all seems to be going well with that one. So right, quick look inside. So in here we end up with the Polaris unit, which has hammer maps on it. It also has a forward-facing camera for a dash cam, which is pretty convenient, and you can also plug the reversing camera from the caravan into these units. Although on this occasion we didn't. We've actually got the reversing camera for the caravan connected onto the rear view here, and that actually allows us to watch full time behind the caravan as well. So it's not only for reversing, you can put it on any time while you're driving and have a look. The unit in the CB radio, we've just got the handset down here. It's all pretty convenient and it works well for us. Of course, you've got your standard maps in here as well. So we've got the off-road and the on-road. And it's a big car, but I tell you what, we use every little bit of space inside here with the 5 of us. But so far it's been pretty impressive. It'll be due for a service in Alice Springs. All right, so that's us. That's the car, and yeah, hope she holds up. She's got about 30, 35, 40,000 k's to go. Don't know however long it takes us. So we'll do a little bit of an extra segment on the caravan. Over and out.
This episode of Off Grid Earth was proudly sponsored by Off Grid Energy Australia.